That's the Putco T-harness connector. It's an F150 with LED headlight, 529102. This is the one you need to be able to modify. So we're going to show you what you got to do specifically to this T-harness. This T-harness came with this wire loom on here, and I've already pulled it back, as you can see, out of the way. Just take you a razor knife and very lightly cut the tape. There's 2 sets of black and red wires. You basically just need to disconnect this side from these and reconnect it over here. So we're going to cut these and heat shrink this off, strip these back, resolder these, reheat shrink this up, and then we will be ready to extend this harness. If you're working on a regular F-150, that's enough cord to go from the grill to the headlight, but not on a Lightning. These need to be about 8 or 9 feet long, and I will measure that out and show you here in the video. So what we're going to do first is just cut these wires off, and then we're going to take some heat shrink and we're going to place over the ends of these wires. I always went to Harbor Freight, the marine grade heat shrink. It has the glue inside. These will release a glue, and you can squeeze that down, and then that's a sealed connection. I bought this little cordless heat gun. It's just a Milwaukee battery powered cordless heat gun, cheap, just a knockoff, but I've used it quite a bit and it works pretty well. So and I'm just going to press the end of that down, and you can see, if you see up in here, the glue kind of comes out of that a little bit. So that's a sealed connection now. When that dries, that glue will seal together on the end, and water will not be able to penetrate inside that wire. Alright, so now we have our factory harness, or factory T-harness. This is a Putco harness. Now those wires will now just kind of stay like they are. We haven't cut anything there or made anything modified. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this open for now. I'm going to make this harness. This is the end that plugs into the LED emblem in the grill. So what I'm going to do is extend this out. So yes, I probably should use them black and red, but all I had at the shop was yellow and blue. So I'm making about 12 feet of wire. It's probably more than what he needs. This is a lot of wire for what he needs. I just extended my arms out twice, and that's a close enough measurement for what we are. This should run up the hood and then back down, get close enough to the grill. If it's not, you may have to make it longer. Haven't tested this particular length, but I know this should be close. So we're going to do this again. We're going to make these the same. We're just going to hook these 2 wires together and extend this out. Now we have our extension wires that we're going to use. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to strip back a little section of wire on both of these, and then we're going to get our cordless soldering iron, which I haven't used yet. Just an Amazon cordless soldering iron that's designed to connect to the Milwaukee batteries. So I'm going to cut these, and then we will tie in these back, all this back together. I'm going to use blue for my hot wire and yellow for my ground wire. Slide the heat shrink tubing down the wire, because I want to make sure I get a good seal on this. We don't want to have any wires exposed. This is up in front of the inner fender where you get spray from moisture and rain. It's not a tremendous amount, but it's enough that you wouldn't want to have it wet. Go ahead and slide this back up on here and seal it off. And I'll show you exactly why I like that. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there's a little bit of glue coming out, and that glue will seal off the ends of both of those wires. So that's a watertight connection now as far as automotive grade. Again, we'll use our larger heat shrink tubing. We're going to go ahead and pull that up over that and get that all the way up on that yellow wire. So what we're going to do next is go ahead and button all this back up with the factory loom that came from Putco. And we'll tape all that up, and then we'll take these 2 wires here and we will connect them to the original wires that go to the LED emblem. Okay, so the electrical tape at this point is not made to actually seal off anything, you're just keeping the wire in place. So I'm just using regular electrical tape. And this is just 1/4 inch black wire loom. You can pick it up at O'Reilly's, you can pick it up on Amazon. Go ahead and tape the end of this and then connect it actually to that main harness. It'll keep it from moving on you while you're trying to install this. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that for now because I don't know exactly how much of this I need. And for the connection for these, I'm actually not going to solder these. I'm actually going to use a mechanical connection, a butt splice connector that's a marine grade. So we're going to strip back both wires. So we'll make our mechanical joint on this side, and then we're going to put some heat shrink over that. We're going to use one of these heat shrinks per wire. That way we'll have plenty of coverage on that joint. So in theory, I don't need to do anything else here because our glue, even on the holes that we pierce, the glue pierces out through those holes. So that's actually a watertight connection, but I'm just doing a double layer of protection here. I'm going to go ahead and put the marine grade heat shrink tubing over top of that, so I don't have to worry that that connection's not watertight. Now that's a good connection. And we really don't even need wire loom right there. And I'm not going to be able to get it inside the wire loom right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut the wire loom here and here, and then we'll tape that. Now this is the factory wire loom that came with the light, so we're just going to put it back on. And then we will tape all of this up. So this now will connect to your headlight, and then this will connect back to your factory LED emblem. That's how you properly change over and switch out a T-harness for an F-150 Lightning Putco emblem.